I posted something recently on my Facebook page. It was a meme, and it depicted two houses, identical houses. One was on fire, and one wasn't. And there was a man standing in front of the two homes with a garden hose, and he was watering down the house that wasn't on fire. And the caption read, "All houses matter." The point of the meme is, while it's true that all houses matter, one house is on fire. When that house is on fire, it deserves a little special attention. That's how I feel about the situation that the country is in right now. We have a very big problem that is being overlooked by the people that it doesn't directly affect. Unfortunately, you are the ones holding the garden hose. I'm hoping that at some point we can enlist your help in putting the fire out, because this country doesn't seem to be interested in that. We seem to be more interested in shaking our heads in shame after the house burns to the ground. There are police shootings now going on that I think is the most despicable form of protest. But I understand the angst that these two individuals, not a culture, two individuals feel. The black community, and other communities as well, but the black community has an ingrained and well-deserved distrust and fear of police in general. I'm 53 years old, and I have been stopped, harassed, brutalized, falsely accused. I have had everything happen to me that can for someone that never breaks laws. I am the most law-abiding, tax-paying, productive member of society I can be. And my reward for that behavior is when I'm in my car or walking down the street or walking into a store or an elevator, I'm assumed to be a dangerous criminal first, not just by police, but by society. And the police departments are just stocked with humans. They have the same perceptions you do. So for every woman that has clutched her purse a little closer, or that has walked a little faster, or that has hit their electric locks when they see someone that looks like me coming, you, if you had a badge and a gun, are more likely to react negatively to my presence than someone who knows me. The problem we have in the black community with the police departments right now is we are going to have to reach out to them, to expose ourselves to them so they know who we are as people and not as some dangerous entity. Because most of us aren't. Most of us are just people. Just as we realize most of them are just people trying to do a tough job and get home safely. I think if the two communities, the police community and the black community, understand that we're the same, then we won't have the problems we're having. As it is, we're going to need the help of those unaffected. So for those of you that happen to not be black, that don't have to deal with this fear on a daily basis, that you look at police as your protectors and you feel safe you feel safer when they're around. We need you to listen to us, because we don't feel safer when they're around. In fact, I have had guns pulled on me more by police officers than I ever have anyone else. And I grew up in the mean streets of Compton. We need you to hear us. If for no other reason, I'm not asking you to identify yourself as a black person. That I don't expect. I don't expect you to understand the black experience. But many of you have children. And if you love your kids as much as I love my son, then maybe you'll listen. Because the conversation that I have to have with my son weekly is one that you never have to deal with. And it goes something like this. Be careful, not just of the dangers of the streets, but when you are followed or otherwise watched by police officers, remember to stay calm. Remember that you don't get the benefit of the doubt that the rest of society does. Remember that the fact that you are a good man, a good student, a productive member of society, the most mannerable young man that your mother and I could be so proud to raise, that none of that matters, because society and many police departments are going to view you as what they have come to replace the word nigger with, thug. You, to them, are potentially a thug. You have to remember that when you are treated as one, you have to rise above it. I'm not saying be silent, but you have to be unnecessarily respectful, because you do not get the same benefit of the doubt that the rest of society does. Society views you as a threat. You are a pawn, a black pawn. This is a chess game, and they want to remove as many of these off the board as they possibly can. What they're scared of is not so much this. It's this. The more of these you can remove, the fewer of these you'll have to deal with. This is the threat. Then I remind my son that he has one of these in his corner. But here's the thing. We need these too. Because just like in chess, this piece moves first. It's your world, so that's your responsibility. And I've also seen that when this and this do this, problems get solved. Is it time yet? Are you done hurting? 'Cause I'm done.